Hi fam, I'm Antonia and thank you for being here. We'll be accompanied by the beautiful music of New York City construction throughout these videos that I'm doing here today to get us all super amped for our February horoscopes. Just a heads up, but I do have a few announcements to make before I jump into your individual readings. First of all, I will have already notified winners for the January readings by the time these videos get released. So make sure you pay attention to reply back to your comments. I'm also going to be giving away 2 free readings in February. This is something I continue to do because I've really loved connecting with you all this way. If you'd like to be considered for a free reading, leave me a comment under your video. Let me know how it's resonated with you. Also, let me know that you have subscribed and I will notify winners in February by February 28th. Again, pay attention to my comment back to you. Even if we have some interaction early in the month, the winners will be notified late in February. Okay, a few other things. First of all, I'm going to start doing extended readings and I'm going to use Vimeo. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work with a YouTube channel. I think that all gets integrated, but I will have links in the description box below so it's easy for you to access. Also, for YouTube subscribers, I am going to be giving away some pretty discounted and off healing sessions. It's something you've all been requesting quite a bit, and I just want to be able to give a little bit of that love and that healing to those of you who maybe can't afford to purchase something like that at full price. But check out my website, urbansoulguru.com, for those details. All right, let's jump in to your February 1st horoscopes. Hi, Sag. This reading is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of February 1st, 2019. Sag, we're going to start with your general overview spread, followed by a love reading. I'll have timestamps down below. Sag, let's see what's in store for 2019. Sag, I feel this overwhelming energy of abundance, okay? It's there for you. You're feeling a little bit of a disconnect with abundant energy, whether it be abundance of love, abundance of new opportunities, abundance of money. If you're feeling any kind of lack right now, I'm feeling that there's a disconnect between the energy that's showing up and you exercising free will to ask the universe to bring it all the way in. Okay, so you have this really powerful, abundant energy surrounding you this month, and you have this energy show up in January as well. It's bigger now. But if there's any kind of a disconnect for you, make sure you are asking the universe specifically for what it is you want. Exercise your free will, and you'll very easily start to see these blessings manifest into the physical realm for you. Okay, so if there's a disconnect, you got to keep that in mind. But let's see what else is in store. Is your disconnect a little bit in love, Sag? It need not feel like a lack. There is a ton of major high-level soulmate love showing up for Sagittarius across the board now, okay? If you are in a committed relationship, you have beautiful energy. There's beautiful, loving energy for Sag. There is definitely still this energy for some of you where you need to cut ties with somebody who's maybe not being all the way honest about who they are and what they're bringing to the table. This may have already been a process that you've been through in the last few months, okay? That's the case. This is here. It's showing up and it's new. This is not your love reading, but love has been coming through very strongly for these signs, for the general spread in February, and this is definitely the case for you. If you're not feeling the abundance of love showing up, make sure you're asking, okay? That's a really big message for Sag. Changing direction, sitting at the center of a reading. For some of you, you and this partner that you love, you're moving together. For some of you, you're moving. And during this transition, this whole life transition, you will meet this higher level love just because you're more open to brand new energy. It's fresh energy. Even if you're not looking for new love, that's not the purpose of a move. This could very well be a career transition. I'm also picking up some of you who have ended relationships. You'd be moving because a relationship ended. If that's the case, expect new love to show up wherever you land on this new journey. It's positive for you, Sag. If you haven't already felt love come in abundance, it's here for you for sure this month. Okay, here's this message again. Law of attraction. So we have this brand new love or this very solid love that is already in your life. But there is something new coming in. sitting at the center, even if you're coupled and everything's great, there's still some major transition happening in your life. You are vibing higher, and so now you're manifesting from a higher level energy, and it's so positive. But make sure you continue to do that. Get clear about your intentions so that all that you want and desire in your life, all the blessings that you know that you are deserving of, make sure you ask. Make sure you get clear. I see the visual I'm getting is this. It's like presents lined up in front of somebody's door. They're right there. You haven't opened the door. It's like Spirit saying, look, it's here for you. Please just ask so we can honor your free will and bring these blessings all the way in. For many of you, it's luck. For others of you, if you've been interviewing for a new job, I see that you make some really legit headway this month, okay? To get that job that you've been interviewing for, especially if you've had a series of interviews, Sag. I'm getting a few different steps, and you might be very close to the final round of interviews. For any of you that applies to, I see this working out in your favor. If the specific job you have in mind doesn't work out, the connection you make with either the new company or somebody else that you're interviewing with, somebody that you've met on this new journey, okay, to get this new job, this is going to be an important person showing up in your life over the next couple months, an important connection. I see that even if a job doesn't come full circle this month for you, that same company may call you back. For some reason, I'm getting the month of May. I'm feeling, for some of you it might be, but I'm getting seeing a lot of light around the month of May. So stay positive. Keep vibing really high, okay? Get really clear about what it is that you want. But something is coming full circle. This month, you're going to see something come full circle in love, but also in career. But I also see a big breakthrough for you. Okay, so we have Cupid, clarified by the ocean. Now we also have the change in direction card sitting at the center. For some of you, you're moving to the water, to the ocean, to a lake, to a place where you're very close to water, you're very connected to Mother Earth, and I'm telling you, that move, that fresh energy, that cleanse energy, it brings you big love. This is going to come in. You don't really even have to try. You just have to be open. For others of you, the message is that you have to cleanse your energy to allow this love to come in. You'll be putting out the energy and the intentions to the universe. Okay, I'm ready for this big love. Okay, I hear you. That energy is here. Why hasn't it come through on the physical level yet? Okay, how come this person hasn't showed up? You may have attachment energies to other people from the past, but I'm not even getting so much attachment to the past. I'm just getting this energy of this debris energy that you're going to want to cleanse, Sag. Okay, so sea salt baths. Water is very important for you throughout the month of February. Even if you're not moving to water, if you can travel to water. For some of you, I'm definitely picking up that you could drive. It's not a matter of getting on an airplane to go visit the ocean somewhere. You have to be in the car for an hour, hour and a half, and not be right down the road. But if you can get to water, even if it's cold, and you can only stand outside for like minutes before you're freezing and want to get into your warm car, it's healing, but it's cleansing. So there's this debris energy you're going to want to strip away and really cleanse so that this love, so this change in direction, so these breakthroughs can come all the way through so that whatever it is that you're trying to manifest has space. I'm definitely feeling like something big is really close to you now. Cleanse, cleanse, cleanse. Drink more water. Sage. But for you, the cleansing has to do with water. It could very easily be sea salt baths. Okay, so make sure you're doing sea salt baths. I would recommend around the full moon or the new moon, do 3 consecutive sea salt baths, even if you're tired, even if you get home from work late, even if you really don't feel like doing it for 3 consecutive nights or days, just get that done. And you want to follow up each week with a cleanse. That will be really powerful for you, Sag. But I am getting water more than, say, sage, but I'm picking up lavender scent. With this message, I'm feeling anxiety. So if you're anxious about these transitions, could also be a new baby, okay? A new family member. This is big. The energy that comes through with this card, this is not a minor transition in life. This could potentially be one of the biggest life changes you've had in like decades. Okay, this is really massive energy. That's what I'm saying. Something's really big and it's really close to you. You just need to, again, make sure you're asking universe for what it is that you want and being very clear, but also cleansing so that there's space and positive energy within you, around you, to call it all the way in. But there's anxiety about this. I get it. That's natural. It's normal. Lavender, the combination of lavender and sage would be good to spray around the home, to spray around an office and yourself for additional cleansing. Of course, the sea salt, the water, that's going to be more powerful, but the lavender essential oil, it's going to, or it doesn't have to be an essential oil. It could be a candle. Maybe you have a lavender body spray. I'm picking up more so essential oil. Even just get something inexpensive on Amazon, okay? It's going to help you. This is something you're going to want to wear. It's a beautiful, positive energy, and breathing that in is going to help ground you and cleanse you and keep your energy and your thoughts from going too crazy. It's normal to be anxious at this time. I know you're feeling that big life change and that big energy showing up. Do what you can. Calm your energy. Meditate. Use lavender oil while you're meditating. Use lavender in your sea salt baths, okay? That's not a message for like a couple of you. That's a message across the board for the majority. So clarifying, change in direction, sitting at the center of your reading here, okay, is daydream. It's another manifestation card. It's a big, big, big message, Sag. You have to exercise free will. The universe is trying to bring massive change and blessings into your life. Something's stopping it a little bit, or it's preventing the blessing from being as big as it could be. Again, the cleansing's part of it, but the biggest message for you is that you're not asking. So Spirit is very, very, very serious about free will. The universe, that's how everything works. The universe wants to shower us in abundance of love and money and health, and we'll get that. We'll get that even when we don't ask, but we do need to ask for the bigger blessings, okay? So make sure you are asking. It's so simple, but make sure you have that energy out there, but do it with clarity, okay? You want love? Well, tell universe that you want high level love, highest level love, that is in alignment of free will, highest good, and all involved. But get really clear about how you want that love to feel. It's more than just attracting any old love or any new job. Get really clear about what it is that you want to, okay? All right, so law of attraction, reward yourself. This is the clarifier for law of attraction. So obviously, so many of you have been putting in a lot of work. You'll be putting in a lot of work into the physical things that need to change, the interviews you're going on, a new business that you started, and the work, the physical work that goes into it. Make sure you're putting that amount of work into the energy side of things to manifest, but you're doing a great job. Okay, so this is an affirmation that what you're working so hard on, you're doing a phenomenal job. I'm getting the message, you're remembering love. You're infusing everything with love right now. And the universe recognizes that. That's why there's such good karma, and that you can call in such a beautiful energy and people and opportunities right now, Sag. It's really quite a big deal, this energy I'm picking up for you. Now, crowning your reading, the opportunity to forgive. So we went into this reading with the love card, Cupid, okay? You may have had to step away from some people before this new love showed up, or you may still have to separate from somebody before the new love, the higher level love, can show up. There's a blessing in it. Somebody showed up in your life, even if it's somebody who's out of your life now, okay? But you know the person I'm talking about. It's not from like years ago. This is somebody maybe you separated from within the last few months or within the last year, but they have challenged you, and some really old karmic issues have come up, and you just knew that you were over it. I'm definitely getting a sense with Sag. This was similar with Libra too. It's like codependent energies, deceitful energies showing up. You're not tolerating old karmic patterns with people anymore. So you're getting out of situations. And again, that's why you have this major love showing up. But see what that person held space for. Acknowledge the blessing in the relationship. You have had to exercise some really strong, healthy boundaries, but the reflection was You have strong, healthy boundaries. Look how strong you are now. You can trust yourself in love. You can trust that you'll step out of situations that don't serve you, that are not of your highest good. So look at the situation, even if it was difficult, even if you're still grieving a breakup or you're in the process of separating from somebody right now, forgive it. This is a big step for you. I'm feeling that goes hand in hand with this cleansing, okay? Forgiveness is going to be part of your cleansing. And how are you going to forgive? By acknowledging the blessings in the past situation, acknowledging this other person's role, even if they were very difficult and challenging to be with. They showed you a side of yourself that was really important. They taught you a lesson. And now you can move forward to this higher level love with more success, okay? Bottom of the deck, yeah, new partner. Oh, wow. You see this? This is bottom of the deck for you. It's fate. The new love is fated, and so is the abundance. It's an abundance of love. It's an abundance of money. It's an abundance of change and new opportunities showing up, Sag. I think you're getting a little anxious because it can be a lot to handle. Don't be surprised, even if you don't tend to be a very anxious person, don't be surprised if some anxiety shows up throughout the month of February. But trust and have faith because it's so good for you. Run with it. Take your chances. Ask the universe to help you. Ask for the money that you need. Ask for the love that you want. Ask for the fated new business partners, love partnerships, friendships that you know you're deserving of. Ask the universe for that. For the health, for some of you, I'm getting the fated partner will come through in the form of a healer. It might be a doctor. It might be somebody who specializes in a specific realm, something that hasn't healed very well or all the way. This may be spiritual, okay? But there's something really fated about the interaction because it gets you over the hump. There's real healing here. And again, you heal and you cleanse, then all this abundance comes through. If you're not feeling all the way well, or there's an injury that's making things difficult day to day, that might be distracting you from being able to call in all of this abundance of love and money as well, okay? Or it might be preventing you because maybe you can't work as much or as hard as you could when you're feeling that. That's true for all of us, okay? But I'm seeing healing here for you too. So obviously, there's a lot of love here. And showing up for you, Sag. And this, again, I just want to, do you see this? This isn't a little bit of love. This isn't one of the soulmates who, they come in, they stay, they teach you a lesson, they leave. This is a soulmate partnership, yes. So will there be karmic things? Will there be lessons? Yeah, okay. But it's a partner who shows up intact. It's someone who can meet you where you're at, vibing high where you're at. This is someone who can stay. This is someone who will stay. So if you have to do a little bit of healing, you have to do a little bit of cleansing, do that early on in the month. Now, I know this is a little like cliche to say is coming up. I haven't said this in any of the other readings so far, but around February 14th, the 14th or 15th, there's something very loving about those 2 days back to back, or one of those 2 days for you. Okay, it might just be the energy of the day. You vibe with it. You're happy. Even if you're single, you're like, oh, I feel all this love around me. So I'm going to use this to, manifest what it is I want. And it's just going to feel really positive. So if you're dreading it, if you're single and you're not feeling good about it, actually circle it. February 14th and February 15th are really blessed days for you, Sag. Something's going to either come to fruition, a breakthrough, a new partner, something fated. And I'd really love to hear from you at the end of the month. Tell me what that is, because the energy I'm getting is pretty big. Okay, but let's jump into love. Sag and love and February. Obviously, we know we've got some pretty fated, awesome, abundant energy here. But let's see what else. What other messages come through for Sag and love? Okay. This new person may not be your type. Sag, don't dismiss anybody. The only people you have to dismiss are people who show red flags, okay? Or something in your gut tells you something's off. That's, of course, something you want to step away from. Don't even entertain situations like that. But someone shows up, I'm getting really good conversations, really positive conversations, entertaining conversations, and maybe somebody who's older than you would normally date. Different ethnicity. Stay open. This is good for you, Sag. Stay optimistic about your love life sitting at this. Yes, there is big love coming in, and you're just going to have to trust it, especially if you're single right now. For those of you who are in committed relationships and you've had some issues the last couple of months, or maybe the last couple of weeks, it's getting resolved. Infuse love into it, infuse a lot of compassion, and you get the resolution you want. I'm seeing for those of you who are partnered, especially the long-term partner. There haven't been any super serious issues. Maybe people are just a little more irritated lately. For whatever reasons, finances, I think, are irritating people a little at the beginning of the year, and there's some anxiety around that, anxiety around transitions. It's all getting resolved. It will be resolved for you. People in those long-term commitments where otherwise things are pretty solid and stable, but there's more superficial or financial issues right now, it's getting resolved very soon. You're meant to be together. There's good love in your life already, Sag. That person that makes you feel safe, that person that's making you feel very loved right now, especially if you're the one going through the transition, you're feeling a lot of anxiety, and maybe you're snapping at a partner a little bit, right? Or you just don't have the energy and the time to invest, but they're sticking with you. They're being really supportive. They're being really loving. That person is showing up really positively for you, and you're going to want to keep them around, okay? There's a lot of love here. Keep an open mind. It's clarified by honeymoon. You're going to meet someone when you travel. Again, it's water. Water's cleansing, and somehow you're connecting water and love. Water and love. If you can get to water this month, you got to do it. You got to do it. For those of you in committed relationships, if you can travel with your partner this month, try to go somewhere where there's water. Again, it might not be a full-on vacation. If you drive for an hour or two to get to water, even if you're only going to be by the lake or the ocean for a small period of time and it's cold, that's fine. Go do that with your partner or go do that alone. And if you're partnered, go grab coffee, go grab lunch, go have a date night afterwards, okay? Make the day of it, but you should be traveling with a partner, doing something by the water with a partner. It's going to cleanse you both. If there's any issues, just that alone, that trip, that date night alone, it's just going to help resolve things. I'm not getting that intense energy that I'm not picking up that if you're in a committed relationship, the issues, even if they feel like they're a big deal, especially if there's been a little bickering or people haven't been quite as patient as they normally would be, whether it's you or your partner, it's not a deep core issue, okay? So don't be turned off too easily. Don't start getting worried. Just resolve it with love. It can and will resolve this month. I'm telling you, 14th or 15th. I don't even think you're going to be dealing with it the second half of February. Okay, sitting at the center of your reading, stay optimistic about your love life because a soulmate has either arrived already or they're about to show up in your life. And again, as we know from the first spread, we have this faded energy. It's a high level soulmate. This isn't just, again, the old one that's showing up again, the ex that's showing up, or a new person that has all the same karmas and issues and experiences. It's just new. It's new, fresh energy. And you've been doing a lot of work. You deserve that. You have this new, fresh energy in your life now too. And so again, very soon, the new partner will come in if you're single. Very soon the issues get resolved if you're in a committed relationship and having some issues. Finances, it's getting better. Please have faith. Okay? Getting to know each other very soon is being clarified by getting to know you. If you're single, you're getting to know somebody new soon. It is fated. Be open, especially if you're traveling and it's connected to water. Okay? Someone going to Italy, I'm getting Italy. I'm actually channeling Amsterdam too. I mean, I don't think that's going to apply to people across the board, but maybe a few of you. Italy, Amsterdam, and you might even be traveling for work, but just travel right now, even if water isn't involved. Travel's big for you right now. For those of you in committed relationships, if there are issues, you just need to talk about them. It's just going to require some mature conversation, get to the point, nothing passive aggressive. I know you're not passive aggressive, but sometimes partners can be a little bit, especially if they're a little bit intimidated to confront you, Sag, okay? Because you have things together and you tend to be very strong-minded and sometimes approaching Sag. And I get this a lot too as a Gemini, like, can I tell you that something's wrong? Like, don't like shut it down, or you know what I mean? And Geminis were like, of course you can talk, like we're good. And I know it's the same for you, Sag, even though you're not trying to intimidate anybody. It's just you're so strong and put together, especially right now. Somebody in your life might be a little intimidated, but it's not that you've done anything wrong, and you know that you'll receive the conversation with compassion. But it's almost like a compliment. Someone's a little intimidated because you're so you're just so strong. Is that fair to say? I mean that as a compliment. And your partner having that sort of reaction, sort of a compliment too, because they look up to you. But handle that conversation with compassion. If you're initiating it, just get straight to the point. It'll be resolved. It's going to be so good for those of you communicating, especially if you're married. This is crowning your love reading. So again, for those of you who are in long-term committed relationships, you're good. This is solid. This is a solid soulmate for you. Okay, you don't have anything to worry about. Just talk through any issues. And I know I've said that a million times now. That's all you really have to do. That and try to travel, do something by the water, date nights. I'm not even seeing a date night. I'm seeing like a day that you just go out. I'm seeing coffee, lunch, like fun stuff like that where you can just sit and talk, but you're out in public and you're just having like a fun, relaxed time. Beautiful energy around those of you that are married and in long-term commitments. This, for those of you that are single, I'm not sure if you believe it. I'm going to hold this up again, stay optimistic. This person, someone who will eventually offer you a very big commitment that you'll want. They're showing up in your life. This person have already arrived in going into where you might already know this person. You just don't realize how big of a situation it could be for the two of you. Okay? Positive, healthy affirmations. And again, the message of asking universe. If you're single and you want to call somebody new in, ask universe for help. Ask the universe to bring you that love. But be clear about high level love. You want somebody who could show up with this kind of commitment and this kind of love that is truly of your highest good. Okay, bottom of the deck here. We've got a couple of tricky cards at the bottom of the deck. We have unrequited love and healing family issues. This we're going to look into a little more in the extended, which I'm going to do right after this reading for you guys. But it's karmas. These are old karmas. I believe that those are issues that have showed up in a relationship that you've already cut ties with or you're about to cut ties with, okay? So we'll look a little bit more into what's still kind of brewing under the surface, okay? We want to look into that. I also want to look into what I want to get a little more clarity on. Okay, so it's these energies. Who's coming through for you, Sag? So we'll go into it a little more extensively in the extended, but I hope that you found this really helpful. You have a beautiful month ahead, clearly. You have this beautiful faded month ahead, even if the energy is already here, but even if you haven't seen it come full circle in the physical realm yet, it's really important that you stay positive and you keep manifesting at a high level, okay? Because you'll see a lot of success. Again, theme of worry. Those are beautiful, big, blessed days for you. And maybe even a few days after. I'm not seeing the 13th. That's not as bright. I see the 14th. The 15th is a little brighter. The 16th, I'm still seeing energy around, okay? But there's something that maybe jumps off on the 14th or 15th for you that's game-changing. That could be love or that could be money and career. So open to this blessing. Sag, I'm going to jump into extended now. I love you guys. Thank you so much for connecting here. I truly am so grateful for your support. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. Again, if you want to be considered for a free reading in the month of February, leave me a comment below. Let me know that you have subscribed, and I'll let you guys know by the end of the month who the winners are. I'll see you back February 15th for your mid-month love reading then. And in the meantime, sending you lots of love and light.